and good morning to everybody on a very cold Wednesday out here in Rochester, New York. And today's thought is all about accountability, about an idea of how do you hold yourself accountable for something that's very important to you. And this comes from a talk I had yesterday with George, who's a personal trainer, a life coach, shall we say. And we were talking about health. And when does it come to a point where some people have issues with their health? Diabetes, people of size, people who pretty much what you eat and what you know how it's going to affect your life to the point to where if you don't do this you can die, or you're a prisoner in your own body, right? So because we were in the gym talking about this. The first thing that you have to come to terms with is knowing that you need help because of your health issues. And help means either you're going to be seeking, obviously, something as a result of probably seeing a doctor, or some health issues got you to the hospital, and we're talking about health today, and that you want to say, okay, stop already. I need help to get over what I'm doing. I have to set goals to get into a program so that I'm able to heal myself and move forward. Some of the ways to do that, of course, is, and I'm going to approach it from 2 points. We'll start with what you can do personally. If I finally have to decide that I need to fix something, I have to go into a contract with myself and say, okay, let's say it's a health issue where diet is, and it's a lifestyle change. A lot of things is I can't eat certain food that I've been accustomed to. I love to eat and everything else, and there's just certain things that I eat that are not good for my body, but I can't give it up. So how am I going to change that? Now, some people go through, there's a gastric bypass, and it's shown that, the first year you lose so much weight. But I know personally 5 people who did it, and they lost a lot of weight in the first year, but because there was no lifestyle change, years later on, they're back to where they were. Because there was not that word lifestyle change. And what does that mean? That means that you have to change your life, your style of life. And that has so much to do. It's not just exercise. People just go to exercise, but they don't think about the nutrition that's involved with that exercise. Because 80% is your nutrition, what you put in your body. 20% is hard work. But if you continuously go feeding, you don't change that overall thing. And I bring this up because that takes a lot of will and a lot of effort to understand how to change your life, and that begins with you. You need to know that when you change your life, it's not just about the physical part. The physical part can be taken care of by training, right? But what about the spiritual and mental? There's a whole reason why you are so used to these habits that it gets you to where you are. So you have to find a way to fix these habits. Why are you there? Some people love to eat when they're emotionally depressed or when they're bored. All this. So there's got to be a way to fix that and find out within yourself to find a way to do that. And one way is to know yourself. You really got to know who you are and why you do what you do. And you have to jot that down. So that we're going back to the once again of writing your life down. The second half is if you go, and because I was talking to George, who's a personal trainer, and he goes, I really want to get to know the people I'm talking to, and I'm training them. I want to know where they are. Go to the root of who they are. It's not about you're going to look like that. No, you're going to be, this is where you are, this is where you're going to be, because it's all about you and who you are. So how do you hold yourself accountable to getting to that? And I recommended to George, he goes, you know what? Start off with understanding the person and know how the person is. Now, a lot of us also are the type that I can hold, or I can disappoint myself. I don't care. Yeah, it's only me. But also I may be the type that I can never disappoint my teacher. I can't disappoint people I hold in high regard. I can't disappoint my sensei and all that. So if these are the people that you put in high regard, or if you're in school, oh gosh, I can't disappoint the teacher or anything, or I'm held accountable because I get a report card. I have to report, so I'm graded on the things that I do. So I told George, you know what? Make a notebook. Because these are your clients, but you care about being a life coach. Like a business manager manages a business, be a life manager. Carry a notebook that you both agree to do together. So here's a simple, idea. Carry a notebook that go with you. I'm a personal trainer, whatever. Here's one, because this notebook holds me accountable to you and you to me. And how is that? We write everything down that you're going to do to get into our goals. This way, I get to know you. And when I say write down, don't write down your exercises. That's only part of the issues of what we did. But how do you feel? When you start to write down and be honest. Today I had a cheat day because I was hungry, or today I really was thinking about this. So you find out a lot about yourself when you write these down, and so does your life manager or trainer or personal trainer, because he's going to get to read this. But in doing so, it's not punitive. It's not like I'm Gestapo and, oh, well, look at this, what you're writing over here. It's not that. It's to know where we are, because we've come to a contract together that this is where we're going to go. And it's not about saying you did this wrong. This is who you are. This right here, what you wrote down, this is who you are. And this is how we're going to fix it. Now, if you're doing it on a personal note and you're able to hold yourself accountable, this is what I did yesterday. And I'm talking to myself saying, wow, this is who I am. And now I'm being honest with myself. But I have a book that I can read about, because everything we do is about a story. So if it's a new program that you're entering or a new thing that you want to do, try that. Make it an honest thing, because this is your story. This is your life story. Even if it's just a piece of what you're trying to fix. In the end, when you spend time with that, it's all about you. And this is one of those, what they call life hacks. Here's a simple one to do, because it holds me accountable to myself. It holds me accountable to somebody who I hold in high regard, or somebody who I'm with that has to get me to the program. It helps me help them help me. So Doug Marcaida here with Simple Thoughts for today. Hope that makes sense to some of you. But health issues as we grow, it's everybody. It's not just about food or health. It's addictions or trying to set goals with somebody that you're paying somebody to help you out. Here's a simple life hack for that. Hold yourself accountable. Write it in a piece of notebook. If you're not a person who likes to write, what the phone you have, there's an app right here with notes. I do that all the time. I hit that note, I start writing a lot of different things in there to get my thoughts out. At the same time, when I go review that, it's a refresher of all the things that I've been doing. Tell your story to yourself. Tell your story to the ones who need to help you or that you want to help yourselves. Doug Marcaida here. Good morning, Joe. Everybody have a great day.